Today's objective. I can use a multiplication chart. Have your chart and marker ready. All right, boys and girls, in front of you is the multiplication chart that we are going to be using in today's lesson. A multiplication chart is just another tool that you can use to help you solve your multiplication questions. So as you can see, there are two gray lines on this chart. Glide your finger along the top of your chart with me. Good. Now let's glide our finger along the side of our chart. Awesome. These gray lines that we see on our chart are going to be the factors that we are multiplying together to find our products. So as we practice this today, I want you to be using your fingers to glide along just like I do to find the products of our multiplication questions. So the first one that we're going to practice today is going to be 3 times 7. So when we see a multiplication sentence that looks like this, we're going to use these two factors to multiply together. So we'll look for the number 3 along the top, and we'll look for the number 7 along the side. Let's start with our first number, number 3. On the top gray line, I want you to point to the number 3. Good. Now, our other factor was the number 7. So along this gray line, we're going to find the number 7 right there. And what we need to do is find where these two factors meet on our chart. So watch me. I'm going to go down and across until I find the number where these two numbers meet together. What number is that? 21. Really good. Awesome job. I'm just going to put a highlight around that number. You can use your expo marker to do the same thing. And let's go over really quickly how we found this answer. Remember, our first factor was the number 3. Our second factor was the number 7. And when you follow the number 3 all the way down to the number 7, you will see that they meet together and they get the answer of 21. 3 times 7 is 21. See how easy that is? Let's try another one. Let's do 6 times 6. So here we have our two factors that we're multiplying together. Remember, this first number we are going to look for at the top of our chart, and the second factor is going to be the number that we look for on the side of our chart. So let's go ahead and look for the number 6 on your top gray line. Go all the way over. Very good. And now we're going to look for the number 6 on our side gray line. All the way right here. So we need to, again, meet these two numbers together. And if you drag your finger all the way down and your finger across, you'll see that together, these two meet at the number 36. Go ahead and put a square around that. Let's look again. Our first factor was the number 6, and we multiplied it by the number 6, and we got our answer 36. 6 times 6 is 36. Let's try a couple more. Go ahead and erase that. The next multiplication sentence that we want to find is 8 times 7. What numbers are we going to multiply together to find the product of 8 times 7? You're right. At the top, we're going to look for the number 8. And along the side, we're going to look for the number 7. So, at the top, let's go. 8. Now we got to find our other factor along the side. 7. 7. Now we need to find where these two meet. This can be a little bit tricky, especially when we get further into the middle of the board. So sometimes I will drag my marker down. And remember, we were at 7, so I would drag this across, and then I would make sure that I'm stopping right where those two meet. 8 times 7 is 56. Let's do that one together. With your marker, I want you to make a line down the column 8. I'm going going to stop right here because I know it's getting kind of close. Now I'm going to start over here at the number 7. Go ahead and drag across. Do you see how we're getting close to that line? I'm going to keep going. All right, now I see that I can bring this one down, and they meet together at the number 56. 8 times 7 is 56. All right, let's erase that board. Let's try one more. We're going to do 2 times 9. Our first factor is the number 2. So we're going to look for this at the top of our board. Our second factor is the number 9. We're going to look for this on the side of our board. 2 times 9. So at the top, find the number 2. Put your finger there. Along the side, let's find number 9. Put your finger there. And we're going to bring these two numbers together until they meet. Ding, ding, ding. 18 is our magic number. Remember, we brought our finger all the way down until it met our second factor, 9. 2 times 9 equals 18. All right, I'm going to have you try a couple more with me. I will give you the multiplication sentence, and I want you to try to find it on your board. Let's try some on your own. I'm going to give you a multiplication question, and you will find the answer on your chart. Read the sentence and pause the video. Once you find the answer, press play and check your answers. 8 times 9. Pause the video and find the answer. Press play when you're ready. 8 times 9 equals 72. Great job! How about 7 times 6? Pause the video and find the answer on your multiplication chart. Press play when you're done. 7 times 6 equals 42. Great job, guys! Today you have learned how to use a multiplication chart.